AI is changing our world, like faster than we can even wrap our heads around it. But have you ever stopped to ask, who's actually shaping the AI? In this explainer, we're going to dive into the work of computer scientist Dr. Ruth Stalker Firth, and we're going to see why the entire future of tech might just depend on a perspective that's been missing from the conversation.
This one sentence from Dr. Stalker Firth just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling so many of us have had, that technology is this world built by someone else, for someone else. It's a really powerful place to start, because it shows you just how easily we can overlook incredible talent, and how the path into a field like computer science can come from the most unexpected places.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at her unlikely beginning. Then, we'll get real about what AI is and isn't. After that, we'll talk about the biased mirror it holds up to us. We'll explore what happens when a point of view is missing, get some key lessons from history, and finally, look at how we can actually design a fairer future for all of us.
All right, first up, an unlikely beginning. And let me tell you, this story does not start in some Silicon Valley garage. It starts with someone who felt like a total outsider.
Okay, so picture this. Dr. Stalker Firth grows up in the Northeast, right in the middle of a period of mass unemployment. The dream wasn't some high-flying career in tech. The expectation was you get a job at the local factory. She looked at the world of computing and just saw, a place full of men where I wouldn't be welcomed. But then one night, she's watching TV, and the movie Educating Rita comes on. And that spark, just seeing another woman choose a totally different path, well, that was enough to change everything. So to really get why her perspective is so vital, we have to pull back the curtain on AI itself. Let's talk about what's real and what's just science fiction. Seriously, forget all the killer robot movies. Dr. Stalker Firth has this amazing, simple way to describe AI. She calls it predictive text on steroids, and that's it. It's basically a tool that's really, really good at guessing the next word or the next pixel based on tons and tons of data it's already seen. It's a pattern matcher. A very powerful one, sure, but it's not a thinking, feeling being. And this tool doesn't just run on its own, not even close. An AI is a system that is designed, top to bottom, by people. It takes hundreds of people to write the code, train the models, update them, maintain them, and constantly try to improve them. It doesn't magically get smarter or fix its own mistakes. Every single step is guided by human hands. We all love a good story, right? This idea of the ghost in the machine, this super sentient AI that's going to save us or destroy us. It makes for a fantastic movie plot. But that's really all it is, a fantasy. The reality is that AI is just a tool, and it's a tool that reflects the people who built it and the society it learns from. Okay, so if AI is a mirror, we have to ask a really tough question. What is it actually showing us? And this is where the whole problem of bias becomes, well, impossible to ignore. It really just boils down to this. AI learns from stuff that we, humans, created. All the books, all the articles, all the images across the internet. And that data isn't just full of our greatest achievements, it's also packed with all our biases, our prejudices, our old ingrained stereotypes. And the AI, it learns every last bit of it. And this isn't just some theory. I mean, look at these results from actual prompts. Dr. Stalker Firth asked for an image of the Women's Institute. What did she get? Old ladies drinking tea. She asked for a group of women. They were all white. And when she asked for an IT team, not a single woman in the picture. The AI is just spitting back the patterns it's been fed. Now, of course, the big tech companies try to fix this. To stop ChatGPT from saying the absolute worst things you can imagine, OpenAI actually outsourced the job of cleaning up its data. They hired workers in a call center in Kenya, who then had to read through the most toxic, horrible content on the internet, all to filter it out. The human cost was devastating. Many were left with PTSD. That's the hidden human labor behind a so-called unbiased AI. So the problem isn't just about biased data. It's also about biased design. And we're starting to see what happens in the real world when our tech just isn't built for half the people using it. Take this example. Dr. Stalker Firth is 5 feet tall. She puts on a popular VR headset, right? But instead of calculating her actual height and point of view, the system just defaults to a 6-foot man. So what's the result? It's dizzying, it's disorienting, it's a second-hand experience. The virtual world literally wasn't designed for her. And she's not some rare exception. Women make up 51% of the population. Let that sink in. a majority of people, and yet their perspective is constantly treated like some kind of fringe case in product design. So why does this keep happening? Well, part of it is that the creators of this tech are often completely unaware of how the rest of society actually works. Women often perform what some call the triple shift. You've got your career, your home life, and then all the emotional labor for your family. That experience, juggling all these complex, messy, deeply human systems, it gives you a unique insight that's often missing from male-dominated design teams who are used to solving problems in a much more controlled environment. But here's the good news. There is a solution, and it's not even a new one. We just have to look back at our own history, back to a time when women weren't just at the table, they were the original computers, and they were the greatest innovators. I mean, think about it. Ada Lovelace looked at a weaving loom and saw the future of computation. She literally invented computer programming. Grace Hopper was told computers couldn't possibly speak English, so she just went and built a compiler to prove them wrong, making computers accessible to everybody. And Margaret Hamilton, while watching her own daughter play, realized that astronauts under extreme stress would make mistakes, and she built the failsafes that saved the Apollo moon landing. Every single one of them saw something crucial that the men around them had completely missed. These lessons from history really show us the way forward. It's about getting back to the basics of good, solid, human-centered design. You know, the rules for good software design have been around for decades, and the core idea is simple. Design your tech for people. Not for clickbait, not to boost sales, not for promotions. It's about having honest, open conversations about what a tool is really for and creating collaborative experiences that actually support the people using them. And this really brings us all the way back to the beginning. That movie, Educating Rita, changed a life because of one simple, powerful truth. You have to see it to be it. If women and girls don't see themselves represented in the world of technology, it's that much harder for them to even imagine that there's a place for them there. So at the end of the day, it's this. If we want an AI that represents all of us, we have to train it on data that reflects all of us. The reason it spits out stereotypes is because those are the stories that have been told the loudest and the most often. We have to change the training set. And that leaves us with one final, really important question. It's not just about who gets to design the tech. It's about the raw material we're feeding these systems from the very beginning. So what stories must we tell to train a better AI?